Meditations by Marcus Aurelius is a series of personal notes and reflections written by the greatest emperor to ever lead Rome. These notes, written over various campaigns and in different parts of his empire, represent a Stoic philosophy and deep understanding of the world. Here are some important quotes and phrases from Meditations, keeping in mind that translations might slightly vary. Anything in any way beautiful derives its beauty from itself and asks nothing beyond itself. Turn your desire to stone. Quench your appetites. Keep your mind centered on itself. The best way to avenge yourself is to not be like the one who wronged you. Think of the life you have lived until now as over and as a dead man. See what's left as a bonus and live it according to nature. Love the hand that fate deals you and play it as your own, for what could be more fitting? It's silly to try to escape other people's faults. They are inescapable. Just try to escape your own. Or is it your reputation that's bothering you? But look at how soon we're all forgotten. The abyss of endless time that swallows it all. Today, I escaped from anxiety. Or no, I discarded it because it was within me, in my own perceptions, not outside. It's time you realize that you have something in you more powerful and miraculous than the things that affect you and make you dance like a puppet. The best way of avenging thyself is not to become like the wrongdoer. Take full account of what excellencies you possess, and in gratitude, remember how you would hanker after them if you had them not. Nothing happens to anyone that he can't endure. Each day provides its own gifts. Each day provides its own gifts. There is a time for departure, even when there's no certain place to go. Let not your mind run on what you lack as much as on what you have already. Men exist for the sake of one another. The world turns aside to let any man pass who knows where he is going. Remember that to change your mind and to follow someone's correction are consistent with a free will, for the action is yours alone to fulfill its purpose in keeping with your impulse and judgment, and yes, with your intelligence. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. It is not events that disturb people. It is their judgments concerning them. Never regard something as doing you good if it makes you betray a trust or lose your sense of shame, or makes you show hatred, suspicion, ill will, or hypocrisy, or a desire for things best done behind closed doors. People look for retreats for themselves, in the country, by the coast, or in the hills. There is nowhere that a person can find a more peaceful and trouble-free retreat than in his own mind. Think yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Now, take what's left and live it properly. The universe is transformation. Life is opinion. You're better off not giving the small things more time than they deserve. If someone can prove me wrong and show me my mistake in any thought or action, I shall gladly change. I seek the truth, which never harmed anyone. The harm is to persist in one's own self-deception and ignorance. That which is not good for the beehive cannot be good for the bees. That which is really beautiful has no need of anything, not more than law, not more than truth, not more than benevolence or modesty. It is possible to depart this life at this very moment. Always have this possibility in your mind in all that you do or say or think. Don't be ashamed to need help. Like a soldier storming a wall, you have a mission to accomplish. And if you've been wounded and you need a comrade to pull you up, so what? Remember that man lives only in the present, in this fleeting instant. All the rest of his life is either past and gone, or not yet revealed. If you seek tranquility, do less. Or, more accurately, do what's essential. Do less, better, because most of what we do or say is not essential. It is the nature of the wise to resist pleasures, but the foolish to be a slave to them. The first step, don't be anxious. Nature controls it all. When someone is properly grounded in life, they shouldn't have to look outside themselves for approval. If someone is slipping up, kindly correct them and point out what they missed. But if you can't, blame yourself or no one. At some point, you have to recognize what world it is that you belong to, what power rules it, and from what source you spring. That there is a limit to the time assigned to you, and if you don't use it for time assigned to you, and if you don't use it to free yourself, it will be gone and will never return. Pleasures, when they go beyond a certain limit, are but punishments. When you've done well, and another has benefited by it, why, like a fool, do you look for a third thing on top credit, for the good deed or a favor in return? You're subject to sorrow, fear, jealousy, anger, and inconsistency. That's the real reason you should admit that you are not wise. No matter what anyone says or does, my task is to be good. Like gold or emerald or purple, repeating to itself. No matter what anyone says or does, my task is to be emerald, my color undiminished. The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing. Don't be overheard complaining, not even to yourself.